Pembroke, Mass, settled in by the Pilgrims in 1650. Here we are at the Herring Run.
Pembroke, a town in the south shore of Massachusetts, located about 45 minutes south of Boston. It is a town that has been used for a great amount of things, such as salt refining, poultry farming, and cranberry growing. Beautiful, beautiful town.
Pembroke used to be a part of towns with Duxbury, Marshfield, and Scituate, but those towns don't have the Herring Run like Pembroke does.
Although this town was established in 1712, in the 1640s, Robert Barker, Dollar Davis, and a guide came up from the North River from Scituate and landed at the area of the Herring Run, where Barker eventually settled with his family. The Herring Run is used for many attractions, such as the fish fry, right? They get the nice grill over there. That's a nice grill. It's used for the fish fry. What else? People like to walk around here. It's in nature.
The duck races.
The duck races, yep.
Can't forget.
Where it's known for the fish, you know?
On our way to the Pembroke Quaker House.
Here we go. Here we go.
On the way. All right.
Here we go. Lead the way, Watts.
Pembroke. Its geography and natural resources provided the basis for its settlements, patterns, commerce, and recreation.
Fantastic.
Ow!
Welcome to the Pembroke Quaker House. Officially called the Pembroke Meeting House, it was built in 1706 by Robert Barker with the purpose of where friends could meet up and they would discuss things that Quakers would do and stuff in the town.
Today, the meeting house is owned by the Pembroke Historical Society and has been occasionally used by area Quakers. The building was listed on the National Registration of Historic Places in 2006.
It is one of the oldest Quaker houses in the U.S. Was officially closed in 1876 for Quaker use, and that the use of it was moved to Sandwich in New Bedford, where they had their own Quaker houses, and they continued all the great work this did. As you can see, we have these amazing artifacts, these graves. Wow. Pembroke history right there. These are probably some people's ancestors, so we'll pay our respects. Wow! Here at the Pembroke Town Landing, great pond right here. The pond is called
Oldham Pond. And Oldham Pond is part of the Pembroke ponds that include Little Sandy Bottom Pond, Furnace Pond, Great Sandy Bottom Pond, and Stetson Pond.
Great ponds, great ponds.
I love them.
Here at the town landing, you can do things such as take the family out to the beach. Also, as part of the watershed campaign, they test out water here. You know, actually, one of the most recent things they did is they found a bunch of chemicals in here that were just bad. So they came in, they cleaned it out. It was a big thing. They did it also at Furnace Pond too. It was a big thing in the town. Cleaning up our water, you gotta love it. Here in the Wamp, aka Wampatuck, where you can find some of the finest houses in Pembroke. We're here just in front of a couple. Speaking of houses, the average median price range is about $379,000, which is fantastic considering where it all started. You know, not great. But then talking about population, back in 1930, if you could guess the population, a lot of people would say maybe like 500 people. You're wrong. 1,492, 1492, just like Christopher Columbus, baby. And then now, as of 2015, population is a whopping 19,473. Some of those people live in these fantastic houses as seen.
And then you get some nice views on the water as well.
Put a filter on it, no filter.
That's a wrap.
Right here.
Waterfront property.
Waterfront properties.
Can't beat it.
Can't beat it. We're here in the depths of the center of Pembroke. The first church established October 22nd, 1712. First minister, Daniel Lewis, he created the larger meeting house of Pembroke as well. Right here we got the Vietnam conflict
Memorial for all those who were lost in service.
Worship.
Salute to our soldiers.
Salute.
And then we got a Civil War monument there, because as we know, Massachusetts, we were not into the whole slave thing, so that's for one of our soldiers. And right there, oh, there's the police. Respect. We love our police. Over here we got the Pembroke Historical Society. Now, if you've ever been, which we have on a field trip in elementary school, there's tons of historical artifacts that this great town has to offer. Right there, you got another building. It was used back in the day as a almost convenience store, but now it's up. The Historical Society kind of took over. Then, if you can look just in the depths back there, we got the community center, which is what it now is. But back in the day, it's one of the first schools where they would corral up all those kids and they'd do some teaching in there. And then, right over there, that is Town Hall, baby.
Town Hall.
Yeah. A lot of meetings go down there. That's what keeps this city running. And then over there, probably can't even see it, but there's a basketball court. That's where dreams are made, baby. And then if you can see in the abyss right there, we got all those cones. So what this great town has to offer, we're really working on the roads. Been for about 3 years now.
Hey, how's it going? The school here, Pembroke High School, was first originally the Silver Lake High School for the Pembroke campus, and then it then transferred to the Silver Lake Middle School, and then after that it was became the Pembroke High School, and it was a
Very big separation for the town. We
huge jump.
got
huge
our own
jump.
high school, and as you can see, beautiful building. Students come here to get their knowledge, and a bunch of activities such as sports and art and drama. We are now here at the Pembroke Center Plaza. We're going to talk a little economy. Some call this place the hub of Pembroke's economy. First you got P-Hop Local Business, which is also known as Pembroke House Pizza. You get the best grub in the land here. They make a lot of money off the people. Then you got Candy Jar. Good flowers, good candy, good people all around. And you got a bunch of numerous other stores. Then you got the granddaddy of them all over here, Stop and Shop. Bringing in a couple million each term for the old town. Then there's a CVS in this bad boy too. Also we're talking numbers and economy. Pembroke's job growth predicted over the next 10 years is about 38.5%, which makes it pretty clear that Pembroke is on the up when it comes to job growth and just becoming a more vibrant town. So it's always good stuff in places like these. These are the reason. I'm here with Pembroke resident of 26 years, Rob Raleigh. We're going to ask him a couple questions about the town. First off, how has the town changed over these past 26 years?
Well, I would say the town has grown quite a bit. It's been when we first moved down here, it was a very quiet town, much smaller population. When we moved down here, there was no Pembroke High School, so there's been a significant change in the demographics. A lot more younger families have moved in. It was a kind of an older community, not as many families when we first moved down here.
What was the overall impact of gaining a high school, breaking away from Silver Lake on the town?
I know for us it was a specific, they were discussing it around the time we were moving to Pembroke, so for us it was a specific driver to move to the town. We were coming from Quincy, and we wanted a town that it was a younger town that was investing in their school system. So knowing that we had a town that was going to have a new school system was an important driver for us to make our decision.
What are some great activities to do in Pembroke?
Well, basketball, obviously. I mean, that goes without saying. That the Pembroke Youth basketball program could be the greatest on the South Shore. I'm just saying.
Supposedly.
And Pembroke's good. I mean, when we first moved down here, it's a very winter sports oriented town. So you have a lot of hockey. Like there used to be more or less now, like outdoor skating, pond hockey, bog hockey, just ice fishing. So the winter as towns go, it's got a good winter outdoor activities. And then that's probably the winter time is probably what Pembroke is most known for. And then obviously the cranberry bogs and such in the fall, but there's less of those as the years have gone on.
All right. What are some of the great parts of the economy in Pembroke?
Well, I think as I mentioned, like historically speaking, Pembroke was actually a shipbuilding community, which is a little strange, but it's off the North River. But in recent history, like the cranberry bogs were a big part of the Ocean Spray. Had a lot of leases around here for cranberry bogs. That has started to dissipate, and now it's more of a commercial / storefront type of community where you have I want to pause that.
All right, and finally, what would you say your favorite restaurant is in the town?
Well, currently, I would probably have to go with. Is Poopsie's technically in Pembroke or is it in Marshfield? I think it's Marshfield.
I think it's on the line. You could give it back.
I would either say for pizza, I'd say Poopsie's. For real food, meaning non-fast food, non-pizza, I'd probably go with Orta. Those are probably 1 and 2 for me.
Great choices. Well, it's been a pleasure.
It has been a pleasure.
Thank you for all your knowledge on Pembroke.
You're very welcome.